Welcome back to Frontier Bobs, an actual play RPG played in the acid western role-playing game Frontier Scum by Carl Druid.
Yeehaw! I'm Janette, and I'm playing Killdread Sprains, wanted dead for casual murder.
Howdy, I'm Alex, and I'll be playing Mr. Clem Cuddles III, wanted dead or alive for spectacular theft.
Hi, I'm Cristina, and I'm playing Mariposa Dela Cruz Rosales, also known as Smiley, and I got attempted grave robber to my name.
Yippee! I'm Dan, and I'm playing Archie Elseworth. I'm wanted dead for attempted picketing.
I'm Shaun, your game marshal. And if you like what you hear, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and check out our Patreon at www.patreon.com/thehouseofbob.
Last time on Frontier Bobs, our intrepid outlaws finished the fight against the rough bandits, rescuing Beatrice Castledown, Sandologist Explorer. They gathered what supplies they could from the bodies and struck back out on the trail. As they set up camp in the morning to avoid the heat of the desert sun, Mariposa spots a glint of light reflecting off of something high on a ridge to the west, and a little trail of smoke wisping up against the light blue sky. So you guys fought the bandits. You rescued Beatrice. You kind of chatted with her a little bit, but mostly it seemed like none of you cared about her whatsoever.
I mean, I cared.
I thought about that after last session where she's like, my friends, they're in trouble. And we're like, yeah, they're probably dead. Fucking deal with it.
Yeah, we were a little rough about that. I was like, maybe we just gave her the old grizzled outlaw kind of vibe, but it sounds like we were just jerks.
This is the Wild West. What do you think happened to him? Dumbass.
Yeah. I mean, I do feel like that's true. Like, what do you think happened to your friends?
But they might have stuff on their bodies.
Oh,
exactly.
That's true. Now you have my interest.
That's exactly why I was trying to find out where they were.
Yeah, we might have to go get them.
But where did they die? Let's go find out. Where exactly did they die? Yeah.
What condition are the bodies in? Yeah. So it's morning now because you rode through the night. Still a significant distance from where you first encountered Beatrice. You have made camp. A couple of you did a little bit of hunting, finding some food that would get you through the rest of the day. You decided to crack one of the barrels of water to kind of just make sure that you were all hydrated.
What were we topping it up with again? Or were we just saying
Pee.
it was...
You were topping it up with your urine, Dan.
Yeah, pee is what we came up with there.
I wanted to go with the reason that it evaporated slightly.
But I think...
I think that's
Yeah.
better than
Peed in
peeing in it.
Yeah.
It will all make sense. They can't tell. You think water was like pure and good back then?
But I
Come on.
think, didn't Shaun describe it as actually pure and good water?
Well, that's why they ordered it.
Oh,
I did
Well,
do
it's
that.
not pure anymore, that's for sure.
I'm sure, like, in context, I'm sure we've all had cholera like
We don't have to-
100 times. So
it doesn't have to be exactly as he describes.
it's just the GM.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a big
I'm just the
deal.
arbiter of reality.
Yeah.
I don't like thinking of everyone drinking my pee.
Then don't
Weird.
pee in the barrel.
That's the only problem with this story.
What if we just cry
one of
into the
them.
barrel?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we were saying it was evaporation. I think I came up with a logical conclusion that fairies drink the water while we're sleeping. So,
Right.
Well, and you've been to
Right,
school,
right.
so.
yeah, exactly.
What? You went to school for a day?
At least one.
Whoa. Fucking fancy pants Rosales over here.
But yes.
I bet she's one of those round earthers too.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
This all has to become in character because I feel like this is exactly the conversation these outlaws will be having with each other.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. Wait, is it daytime or nighttime now?
It is daytime now. It's maybe an hour after sunrise, 2 hours after sunrise. You've established your camp. We'll maybe say that at this point, Archie and Killdread have gone hunting. They're out currently looking for something to eat.
But I already found something to eat.
Yeah,
I
you
marked
rolled
it.
for it. It's happened, but
Okay,
time-wise...
just checking.
Yeah. That was
Time-wise, we're not
successful.
there.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
He's not taking the food right out of your mouth.
I know what you're like, Shaun.
But in terms of the clock, Mariposa and Beatrice were having a smoke.
Right. I think we were also trying to orientate ourselves, right? 'Cause we
Yeah,
were
exactly.
Basically traveling blindly last night.
Right. And Clem, you were, I don't remember what you were doing. I think you were making the fire or something like that.
Polishing his
stealing.
shotgun.
That's right. You were stealing. You were grabbing something out of Beatrice's
Don't
bag.
say
Right?
so
You got rations.
Yeah.
No, it's important that we remember that.
Got a can of something. Mm-hmm.
And that was successful as well. So at this point,
Nice.
Mariposa and Beatrice are standing at the edge of camp, having a smoke, looking out, trying to get a bearing of your surroundings. And you can see to the northwest of you this chapel that you've been heading towards. And you can see further to your west this trail of smoke above the ridgeline and a glint, like sunlight reflecting off of something.
Is that in the same direction as the church?
Further south.
Further south.
Oh, it's
That's like that. It's more like 9 o'clock due west, and the chapel is like northwest, 11 o'clock.
Do people do that thing where they like try to reflect the sun as like a signal for someone? Is there a pattern to the glint, or it's just shiny out there?
I would say it is. It does not have like a regular pattern to it. No, it's not like Morse coding anybody or anything like that. Just kind of glints a little bit. There's a bright point on top of the ridge, and as you watch it, it disappears.
And how far away is it?
Mariposa would estimate that she could probably get up there in half an hour.
Yeah, I could scramble up there in a half an hour.
No, you should go do that then. Totally.
Why?
Shiny stuff? Come on now. Shiny stuff out here? Yeah.
And how far are we from the chapel?
You could, if you decided to break camp and not do any rest today, you could get there probably before dinner time.
Are we back from hunting yet?
Yeah, how does resting work again if you rest?
So how it works is if you get a good night's sleep and something to eat, you will restore 2 hit points for each that you get: sleep, food, and entertainment.
Okay.
But we didn't sleep last night at all.
You were telling me that you were going to sleep during the day.
Yes. So that's why I'm saying
Yeah.
probably should do that. Otherwise, we will be getting most likely ill or something like that.
Yeah. And if you go a day without food, water, or sleep, you become miserable.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we should probably.
Is that without all 3?
Or anyone.
Hmm.
Okay. I guess we should camp out for the day since we're going to get cooked if we try traveling.
What is Beatrice thinking?
I would just ask if Mariposa or Clem intend to do anything about this smoke on the horizon that they see. And if not, if they're waiting for everybody to come back to camp, then we'll move forward to that.
Maybe I'll let Clem know about it. You can decide if you want to go. I'm going to take a little snooze, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'd like to ask Beatrice if she knows what that might be, like if that's in the direction of her friends.
No, my friends, we're all to the east. We've traveled quite a ways. I can't imagine they would have gotten ahead of us somehow. As for what it could be, your guess is as good as mine. There could be a bit of metal up in the hill. There could be glass or a mirror or something. What else would reflect the sun?
And you said it's maybe like a half-hour walk away.
Yeah. Bit of a scramble up a hill, but yeah.
I'm going to go for it. Like,
Okay.
I've gone to bed late before.
Clem? Never.
How bad could it be?
How bad? It depends how old you are. Could be bad.
I'm setting up camp. That's my plan.
So, yeah. I mean, could be bad.
What if it's dangerous, right? What if it's
Right.
something that could be a danger to us while we're sleeping?
So you want to get closer to the danger?
Or know what it is?
All right, get up that hill.
So, tell me about your approach here. If you're worried it's dangerous, are you sneaking or what are you doing?
I'm not trying to sneak my way up, but I'm not like running for it. I'm, taking a leisurely sort of walk. I'm, watching out for what my surroundings are. I'm trying not to be too noisy, but I'm not like
Just, clopping away with the shotgun leg as you scramble your way. First, you stroll your way across the desert ground and then scramble your way up this hill.
Yeah, I'm not like whistling the whole way. Like I'm not trying to draw attention to myself,
Sure.
but I'm not like actively trying to stay hidden.
Okay. So, yeah, it takes about half hour, 40 minutes. And by the time you get up to the top of the hill, the wisp of smoke has faded quite a lot. You almost don't see anything coming off of it anymore. And you get up to the top of the ridge and you find an old desiccated tree.
Okay.
It's kind of like all twisty. All the leaves of it have died off. It looks like it's just been baking in the sun. And it's got this like harsh, woodsy kind of scent coming off it. And you can see that in several places, branches have been hacked off of it with probably an axe.
Okay.
And a little further along, you see a little campfire ring with like stones and some black charcoal that is just like vaguely smoking. And there's nobody here.
But clearly there was somebody here like quite recently.
Yeah, you like hold your hand over the coals and they're still quite warm.
Is there anything else around here? Can I see what was glinting in the sun? Is glass, metal?
Yeah, roll me a wits.
15.
Yeah, you're scouting out the area and you're seeing some spots where there are like horse hoof prints and some boot prints. And you get over to the edge and you kind of look down and you can see in the distance the spot where you have camped. And you like see Mariposa there. She's like leaning up against the carriage, hat stuck down over her nose, probably fully asleep at this point. But you know, it's distant and it's hard to get like details. You look down at your feet and you see
foot.
It looks like the dust and sand here has been kicked around quite a bit, but maybe somebody's standing right in the same spot. So you see that, and then additionally in the tree, you find hanging from a leather strap is a water canteen that is completely covered over in like this, maybe a bear fur or something like that.
Anything in it? Is it full or empty?
You pop off the top and you take a look inside and it is full to the brim with water.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to take that for sure. Anything else around? I mean, I guess there's the embers in the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't appear to be much of anything else left around here. Can I?
Yeah, there's an empty cooked can of beans. Looks like they're, making some breakfast or something for themselves, perhaps.
So it's obvious that there's more
You
than
did
one.
succeed on your wits, so I would tell you that you can definitely tell that there's more than one horse.
There's more than one horse. Okay. And they look like horse prints, not like mule prints. Like they look, like these might be legit cowboys.
They were shod. They did have horse shoes on. So
okay.
Whatever difference that makes.
And I know you mentioned that, like looking back at where Mariposa's set up the camp, it seems like a fair distance away. But can I see anything the other direction, like presumably where these cowpokes might have gone? Or
make another wits.
I'd like to use my ace.
Okay,
because otherwise that's a -1.
Okay,
8.
Yeah, you don't spot anything.
Oh.
Very strange.
Doesn't look like much to me.
Whoever was here has disappeared out into the desert yet again.
Well, this trip up here was about as useful as a pocket on the back of my shirt, so I'm going to head on back to camp.
All right.
I mean, you did get that water. It's pretty good.
I guess so. Yeah, okay. I did. I got 2 canteens now, and one of them is furry.
You get back down to camp, and Killdread and Archie come back with their kill, and you are able to enjoy a good meal before trying to catch some sleep. So
I ain't sharing.
If you are down hit points, you've got sleep and food, and you can regain 4 hit points.
Whoa, I feel so alive.
I assume Archie shared some food with me because we had our deal.
I don't even have 4 hit points.
I will actually share if people want, though. I don't mind. Apparently, I got 5 rations.
There you go. Yeah, how many rations do I have now?
You should have written it down because we found an animal. And
You were
that's
showing off your notebook earlier.
Whatever animal you killed was how many rations you got.
I have 4 rations.
There you go.
Oh, no, 5 rations now. Okay.
And you're giving me one of those, right? Because we have an arrangement.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Until you cross me.
Well, okay.
Get ready for it.
We had a contract. We had a contract.
I didn't sign nothing.
Okay. Noted.
Beatrice offers to take a turn to watch. She's got her little revolver at her side, and she's watching the horizon warily.
I'm just honk shoeing away.
Yeah. I'll chat with Beatrice while on watch or whatever.
I'll go to bed.
Okay. All right.
So, Beatrice,
Yes.
whereabouts do you think your friends might be?
Well, I hope they're all right. We were ambushed. I don't know, maybe a mile or 2 from where you found me. I was running for quite a while before they killed my horse.
What direction were you?
East of here, east of where you found me.
Okay, and east, is that the same direction we'd be headed?
If you're heading to this chapel and then heading on to Red Top, you're going north.
Okay.
Not to say you couldn't detour, but...
Yeah. How long do you think it would take to get back? Do you reckon?
About as long as it took us to get here. 5-6 hours, perhaps.
Oh, jeez.
But, I mean, we could go faster if we're traveling during the day or if the moon starts to come out.
Yeah, I suppose. I'll have to talk to my friends here.
The water cart also slows us down quite significantly.
How important are your friends to you?
I mean, pretty important.
I mean, you do know where we are, right?
It's kind of an odd question, What do your friends mean to you?
I know, but friends come and go. Friends die. These guys, I don't give a shit.
Oh,
I just met them.
I see.
I mean, I might grow to care about them, but at the moment, they're just my next paycheck.
Well, then you could say that I had grown to care deeply about my friends, and I hope they're all right. They were more than just a means to an end for me.
That's fair. Now, if we were to help you, is there anything in it for us?
Well, we had gear and supplies. We are attempting to survey and find an opportunity to strike it rich. There's oil out here. There's gold out here. If we found either, we would have made a significant find. And then there's my syndology work, trying to determine and discover new and strange forms of sand.
That seems mighty important.
A lot of people make fun of me for it, but I appreciate your understanding of my complex science.
I don't know what you use sand for.
Oh, all sorts of things. You could pile it up.
Like sand
Make a big old pile. You can look at it.
I just enjoy that was the first place you went to, and not like,
You
you can
climb
make
up
glass
that
or something.
Hell, you can roll down that pile.
If you're hungry enough, you could eat it.
Put it in your pockets.
Well, it sounds like we're gonna go save our friends. It's very important.
I feel like you're all I feel like you're covering all of the possible uses of sand quite comprehensively. You see, it's not a weird study of science whatsoever.
I guess I'm just a simple man.
Well,
I just leave the sand where it lies. Cool. I don't know what to do about her now.
I guess we'll just have to come to a consensus of where we're gonna go.
Yeah.
well, we're so close to your goal with this chapel here. I mean, maybe we'll find more supplies or at least a safe place maybe to store your water. Well, if you're willing to go back with me, could be this is how it was meant to happen, perhaps.
It's just hard to say.
I do think we should go to the chapel.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Okay, let's reassess at the chapel. All right, let's get to the chapel, and then we'll discuss.
All right. The day passes with the baking sun soaring overhead. The hours slowly tick by, snoring, farting.
Definitely lots of farting.
Lots of farting. The horse wickers and the mules bray, and before long it is evening, and you have had your rest. So yes, you heal your 4 hit points. You've all had food, you've all had water, you've all had sleep.
Yay.
And you can tell me what you do next.
We're like a fucking Sims. We got to keep all the shit together.
Hey, it's tough out here.
What's next? We're gonna hitch up the ponies or the mules.
Take
Yeah.
me to church.
I think,
Okay.
we got to ride on over to church.
Yeah.
Got to get right with the Lord.
All right, so you hook everything up and you ride up to the church. As I said before, I think it just takes you a couple hours. You go a little quicker, trying to get there just before the sun sets, kind of thing. And you arrive as the sun sets, kind of just cresting down to the horizon. There's this beautiful purple and red sunset that is like setting all of these rocks just like a glow with this beautiful red. And the chapel ahead of you is like this whitewashed adobe wall surrounding some interior buildings. You can see the bell tower of the chapel kind of poking up above it. There's this bank of tumbleweeds just like built up against one side of the wall. There's like these heavy wooden doors bleached from years of exposure to the sun, standing shut in the southern end of the wall. Hanging above it is this rusted iron emblem of outspread wings around a triangle.
Like the Triforce, kind of?
This doesn't have any interior. It's a solid iron triangle with just like these angel wings maybe, or like bird wings coming off of it.
Can I recognize this? Possibly?
You could... Do you have any skills that might relate?
I mean, story weaver, maybe?
You can make up what it means.
Or you've heard stories. People tell
That's
stories.
what I was
about
sort
it,
of
you know?
thinking.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Is it like, is it common iconography in the area? Like,
So, Cristina, Mariposa can roll a wits.
Okay. That gives me an 11.
All right, yeah. You do not recognize
Whoa.
the symbol at all. As you ride up closer, you see that planked right into the center of the triangle, tightly clustered, are 3 bullet holes
In the
in
actual
the triangle.
design? Oh,
Yeah.
whoa. That seems scary.
Any signs of life in here?
Yeah. I mean, it's nighttime, so I don't know if anybody will be around.
Well, we'd see like maybe glow of the lights in the houses or whatever.
Yeah, you don't hear anything or see any light.
It's still kind of light outside, though, right? Like we can still...
Yeah, it's sunset. It's dusk.
Okay.
So stars are starting to come up. You can see the crest of like a new quarter moon just starting to glow over the eastern horizon as that rises. So you'll have more light tonight than you did the last 2 nights for sure. But
as far as we can tell from out here, there's nobody in there.
as far as you can
Right.
tell, there's nobody
Is there
inside.
a knocker? Because I'm just going to, knock on that door.
So you knock on the big gate and...
Put my hand on my pistol.
Kung, 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 and it roughly creaks open and swings open away from you, and you can see that it leads into a courtyard.
So just from our knocking it open, it's not
Yeah.
somebody opened the door.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go stick our noses where it don't belong.
Okay, are you riding your horses in? Are you walking in? What?
I'm going to walk in. Yeah.
You walk in? Okay.
I think we should take the horses.
Yeah, I think we should. I think we should take the mules and the carriage in there.
Yeah, hide them and then close the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So you roll everything in.
If we're going to the church courtyard, you said?
Yeah. There's a wall that goes all the way around, adobe wall, with a arched gate, wooden gate on the front. And above that gate, in the archway of the adobe, is where that symbol is.
Okay.
You walk through and you see how many buildings here? 1, 2, 3, kind of 4 buildings. One at the very back is the chapel.
This is basically like Tombstone, right? Like the opening scene where that couple's getting married. Like that type of courtyard.
Yeah. There's a church on one end. Over on the front left area of the courtyard, right through the gates when you come through, is like a house. There is a cookhouse or a cooking area that's covered just behind that. And over to your right is like a canopy over top of a very wide stone well.
Okay.
You can see that the doors of the chapel are broken off their hinge, lying akimbo in the shattered frame. You see that the cookhouse has a large wooden table and benches that have all kind of been like shoved aside. Some of them are toppled over. There's cookware and plates kind of strewn about. The house is quite a sight. The front door and the entire front wall of the house is shredded with hundreds of bullet holes.
Oh.
Oh, geez.
So someone's been through here already.
Seems like
Oh,
it.
Lord. What happened here?
I'd like to poke my head in the door of the house.
Okay.
And I'm going to shout, "Howdy! Anybody home?
Clem, keep your voice down.
Howdy!"
Yeah, you poke your head into this small house. You see that inside there's like dust dancing in the air through like these hundreds of shafts of setting sunlight that are piercing through the bullet holes. You see an overturned table currently facing the doorway. It's also riddled with bullets. You can smell old blood and a rotting stink and something else, kind of like a heavy, like animal musk kind of scent.
Wow.
It looks like there's some more furniture towards the back of the room.
But, as far as I can tell, there's nobody here.
Yeah, nobody's up and walking around, that's for sure.
Okay. I'm going to take a look around. I'm going to pick some stuff up. I'm going to push some stuff around and
Okay.
see what I can find.
As Clem enters the house, what's Archie, Mariposa, and Killdread doing?
Killdread wants to go check out this well.
I'll check out
Okay.
the church.
The church and Mariposa.
Yeah, I'll go to the church.
Okay. So let's go to Killdread over here at this well. So you've got this like canopy built over top of it. From the canopy hangs a heavy duty block and tackle that kind of hangs from the rafters. There's a rope that's going down into the well. It's pretty wide. It's like wider than you normally see wells being built. Maybe 12 feet across. You look down and it's getting quite dark now, so you can't see the bottom.
Is there a bucket nearby?
There's a rope dangling down with the block and tackle, so you could wheel that up if you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, so you've been creaking that up. You hear a slosh, and then you can hear the drip of water maybe dripping out of a bucket as you pull it up towards you, and it's creaking away. And over in the church, Mariposa and Archie, you step through these like broken front doors. You see inside there's rows of wooden pews just sitting empty. Scattered all over the floor are these leaflets of like little pamphlet papers. All of them have the same symbol of the winged triangle. And up at the front, there's a pulpit where, you know, a priest would presumably stand and give a sermon. You see a crumpled body behind the pulpit.
I'll pick up one of the pamphlets, and I just pass it to Mariposa, and I say, "What does that say?" I can't read, by the way.
Oh, okay.
That's canon. Write it down on your sheet.
Yeah, I can't. I can't read or write, Shaun.
Yeah, he actually knows how to write. He just can't read whatever it is.
I can't write it on my sheet. What's my equipment? Somebody has to help.
Yeah. What's it say?
It's for this church. It looks like this. You see the symbol emblazoned on it, this winged triangle, and it says the Trionic Way,
The Trionic Way.
path to enlightenment.
Does the triangle in the picture or the drawing,
Mm-hmm.
does it have the bullet holes?
No,
Interesting.
the Trionic Way, a path to enlightenment, and you are skimming it. It's got a bunch of religious gobbledygook and some end of the world stuff, but there's also this like message of like, bring the 3 points of your being together, your heads, hands, and feet into balance. Feel the joys of creation, invention, and exploration. It's kind of the vibe you're getting.
I'm like, it's just religious trash. Just trash.
Sounds about right.
You look up around the inside of the chapel and you see that, you know, if I grew up Catholic, so we go into Catholic church and all over the place there are the Stations of the Cross.
Mhm.
So you don't forget how tortured and terrible it was for Jesus. But in this chapel, you see portraits of like distinguished looking men and ladies.
I definitely want to check that body out.
Yeah, let's go have a peeky peek.
As you approach the body,
And I'm like, sorry, Padre. Flip his ass over and start looking.
as you go to flip him over, we go back into the house with Clem. And Clem, you are making your way through. You're pushing an overturned chair out of the way. You're making your way around the edge of a bed that's kind of been pushed away from the wall, kind of awkwardly. And you turn the corner around this overturned table, and you almost trip over a body.
Oh boy.
It seems to be a human corpse.
Oh, okay.
It seems pretty chewed up, and then you hear a and you look up, and there's this big, furry, black form standing over it.
Why'd you have to take his canteen?
So, okay.
And yeah, I'm going to need you to roll a slick.
Okay.
No.
So sounds like this is a bear.
Uh-huh. Perhaps.
Sounds like it.
I have an important question.
Yeah.
So you have said that it's a black form.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting that this is a black bear, or is it just dark?
It is quite dark. You cannot tell if it is a black bear or if it is some other species
Okay.
of animal.
Because I know the rules about
Yeah,
bears.
don't jump to conclusions as a bear. Lots of things growl.
Okay. So I have to roll a slick, you said.
Yeah.
All right. Nat 20.
Whoa.
What happens on a nat 20? Does something cool happen?
You can choose. Do you get another ace, or do you want a skill?
Ooh, and what's the maximum number of skills I can have? 6?
I think 6 is your max.
I have 5 skills right now.
Sounds like you should get another one.
And if I get a skill in this moment, can I like use it as soon as I get it, or do I need to wait like for the next time I...
So a skill gives you either the chance to roll on something that normally you wouldn't, or advantage on a roll.
So
that's
like
related to the skill.
Okay.
So, and your skill should be related to the thing that you're doing, which is basically like cautiously moving back away from this thing without like alarming it. Or maybe you're just jumping backwards through a window. I don't know. I suppose we got to decide what's truly happening here. But
well, I'm going to like try to deke and dodge this thing because it sounds like it's coming after me. And I'm going to try to, deke and dodge out of the way here. I'm going to take an ace is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take an ace.
Okay.
And I feel like I should already be good at avoiding being hit by this thing because I'm adept at dodging fists. And I know fists and, paws or claws, not quite the same thing, but I feel like it's an applicable skill, right?
Sure.
Okay.
You can dodge a fist, you can dodge a bear.
But yeah, I'm going to try to like duck behind a piece of furniture or duck behind a door or something to not get swiped at.
Okay. And you rolled a 20, so
Yep.
you're successful. You managed to slip over to your left. You now have the table between you and this creature. You are just like eyeing it, and it starts to snuff and growl more, and you can see it puffs itself up and stands up on its 2 hind legs, and it is indeed a black bear. And
Okay.
It's just like
Okay.
growling
All
at
right,
you.
what's the rule for black bears?
Black fight back.
All right.
I'm going to fight back. I know.
All
It's a
right.
black bear. And I've got guns and a bear trap. So
And a shotgun leg.
Players go first. I just rolled it. So what do you do?
I'm going to like throw my bear trap like out through the room between me and the bear.
You throw a hunk of metal. All right.
Yeah, like a disc. Like
You're not going to be able to like set it up and then throw it to snap,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
You
you
have to like drive it into the ground and pry
the
it
way
open.
you're talking
and
about
set
it, you're using it like a flail more
Right.
than a trap.
Okay. Well, can I like set the bear trap up next to me and then try to like lure the bear through the trap? Like go running and route the bear through the trap? Like Scooby-Doo might?
I think it would take you, a minute or two to set up a trap.
Okay.
But if you were out of this room and you weren't like in immediate, potential danger, then yeah. But it's not something you're going to be able to do just right now before the bear acts.
Okay. Could I make a break for it and make a break for the door?
Yeah, you have the table between you, so yeah, no problem.
Okay,
You turn and hustle outside.
And then I shut the door.
Okay.
And then I'm going to prep the bear trap to put in front of the door.
All right. You hear the bear moving around inside the house, some growling, some snuffing, and very shortly there is a boom as the door, something slams up against the door.
A bear, I assume.
It might be.
Hello, who is it?
Hello?
Open the door and find out.
Who's in there snuffing around?
Okay. Yeah, so you're going to start setting up the trap outside the door?
Yeah.
Roll a wits.
Can I like see any of this happening from the well?
Yeah, at this point, yes, you would have heard. That's a good point. Thank you for slowing me down.
Thank you.
You would hear this growling because you're out in the open. You can see Clem run out. So Killdread, you're part of this now too. There's the both of you. It is players' turns. So do as you will.
Clem, the fairies didn't get to this water here.
What?
The fairies, the ones that drink the water. They didn't get to this one.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm getting chased by a bear.
Why you gotta ruin my luck, Clem?
I'm going to set up the bear trap. I'm going to set up the bear trap in front of the door because I think
All
this
right.
is best chance to avoid getting mauled by a bear. Because I have a trap specifically for bears.
All right. So Killdread, you see Clem setting up this bear trap outside the door. What are you going to do while he's working on that?
I tell him he's ruining my life, and then I will take out my revolver and hide around
Okay.
the other side of the well.
Okay. So yeah, you've taken cover. Clem, roll I think I said a wits.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
setting this bear trap up under pressure, making sure you're not going to lose another limb.
Okay. I'm going to use an ace.
Okay.
No,
I'm going to use my ace.
I mean, this is why we have them.
As long as you didn't roll a 1, then our aces are erased.
It wasn't a 1. It was
Okay.
a 2.
Ooh, okay.
It says 3.
Oh my.
Nice.
So much better.
All right. As you're trying to set up the trap, you're not able to get the spring totally set into place, and it does a little snap at you and catches part of your wrist. You take 2 points of damage.
Oh, fuck.
All right. The bear is going to try and get out of this house that you've trapped it in.
Okay.
Yeah. The door bursts open as the bear rakes its claw into the wood, and you are now face to face with this creature yet again as it forces its way out.
So what was this about fighting back?
Yeah.
That was its turn. What are you guys doing?
Is there a window on this house or is it just the door?
There was a small window.
Could I jump through the window to get back in?
Why?
You know you'd have to run to the right and go around the side of the house.
Okay. Fuck. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, I would like to go running. Can I also throw my voice behind the bear to
Do you have that skill?
Yes,
He
I
does.
do.
He does.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I remember this. Okay.
I picked that skill when we were fighting those bandits earlier.
Yep.
Okay, this is a persuasion, so that's a wits.
Oh, no.
Or no, deception.
come
Sorry.
on.
Deception is slick. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to throw my voice, make it sound like I'm still inside the house.
Okay.
Maybe confuse the bear. It's an 11.
Okay. Cool. Killdread, what are you doing?
Trying to remember if I sold my expensive perfume for 19 cigarettes or if I still have it.
I feel like you sold everything for
Did
cigarettes.
I sell it? Because I could use it like bear spray. That's what I'm
Guys,
thinking.
guys, we
Definitely
have
bought
guns.
a bunch of.
Just use guns.
Yeah, I don't know why you're being so precious with your bullets here when a bear's attacking you, but
I just thought it would be clever.
I was trying to be clever.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Bears
light
don't
a-
appreciate clever.
hold up. I'm going to light a cigarette.
You're going to light a cigarette.
Okay, I'm just going to shoot it. I got my revolver out ready.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot it.
All right. Clem is a potential complication to this firing situation, so
What?
I'm going to need you to roll.
What? The bear is so big.
Yeah, but I mean, Clem's over there. It's a tougher shot, so you're going to have to roll
Clem
a
is
slick.
deacon and diving around,
Yeah,
man.
Clem
That's right.
ran away.
I'm going to have to roll a slick first.
A slick to hit.
Oh, okay.
Like, if there's no complications, if it isn't a normal shot with nobody in the way and you're not standing right next to the person in melee and they're attacking you, you just hit.
Okay.
There's
So-
not just a man trying to use a bear trap like a flail.
Yeah,
You can just hit.
Okay. That's a 13.
Okay, so that is a hit. You can do damage.
Okay. I rolled a 4.
Okay, 4 points of damage to the bear.
Nice.
The bullet tears into the bear's chest and it roars in anger and pain. I don't like that.
Guess who heard gunshots?
Yeah, the two people away from you guys.
Right.
You've now heard gunshots. So I now need to know what Archie and Mariposa are doing. At this point, Beatrice is also running in, so I'll have her help out as well.
Cool. Let's look out these windows and see if we can see what's happening.
You were just about to bend over the priest. So you kind of got to like rush back to the front door. You look out. That was your move for the turn.
Yes.
And you can see that Clem is going fisticuffs with the bear in front of the house.
And I'm just shaking my head. I'm like, why isn't he just using his bear trap?
I tried!
Why doesn't he just jump through the window? I don't understand.
Killdread, do you still have that perfume?
Yeah, can you smell me?
Oh, so good.
Yeah, you still have an action if you want. I would say both of you are now, or you can see what's happening. So you could shoot something if you want.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would like to take my repeater, and I'll take as good a shot as I can in the now growing darkness anyway.
All right, so a slick.
12.
A 12 is a hit.
4 on that.
Bear is taking 8 damage. What's Archie doing?
Okay, you see Archie like burst through the doors, and he has his hunting knife in his teeth, and he also has his pocket pistol in one hand and his revolver in the other hand.
Whoa.
Okay.
He looks ready, and he's like whips his eyes over at the door, and he's going to use his Eye of the Owl because it's dark enough that he thinks he'll seeing better. Well, I don't know if this will actually help too much, but
it's going to help for sure.
Yeah, I
Right?
think so.
I don't think
Right,
I don't know
Shaun?
if it'd give me advantage because the door is kind of the difficulty part.
So dual wielding is always a tough shot, and Clem
No.
being there is a tough shot. So I'm going to say
It's a tough shot. All right.
it's a tough shot. So it's a slick to roll. I would have made it harder if you didn't have that owl's eye because you're dual wielding.
Gotcha. I rolled an 8. Not
An
good.
8. Okay, the shot goes wide. Shooting
ace.
guns in the air
Using
like
it.
Yosemite Sam. Okay, ace.
Ace. Why
Go
not?
ahead.
We got to burn these things.
Before somebody rolls a 1.
12.
12 is a hit.
Sweet.
Noise.
5.
5
nice.
points of damage. That kills the bear.
Yeah.
Describe
Woo!
it for the audience at home because they can't see what we're looking at.
I rush out of the door. I'm trying to gauge. Like, I have both my hands out, like, ready to shoot either way. And then I clock the bear on my right. And then it, like, zooms into my eye. You see, like, the little glint because I can see really good in the dark.
Yeah.
Pull one right between
You
its
hear the
eyes.
screech of an owl,
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
and the bear falls at Clem's feet on top of the snapped bear trap.
Perfect.
It worked.
That bear's looking deader than Gopher Guts on a doorstep.
Beatrice it runs over to Clem and is like, "Oh my, you're so brave, Clem. You were fighting that bear hand to hand.
Thank you. I am very brave, miss.
Were you trying to use that as a flail?
Trying and succeeding, as you can see.
Oh man, I sure am glad I ran into you for."
Oh, don't encourage him. He's dumb as a doornail.
Yeah, he put a shotgun on his leg. He has to lie down to shoot.
But look how cool I look. Come
I
on.
just don't know who to believe. She looks off into the distance.
I mean, he fought a bear. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Can we get some rations out of the bear? Or?
That bear is worth 12 rations.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Isn't there a thing, though, in like, that you shouldn't eat bear meat because it's got worms and stuff? Is
Does
that
it
a
have
thing in
worms?
this game?
Just cook it real good.
Yeah.
This is the West. I don't care about worms.
I think it's a thing, though, you guys.
I know you're not supposed to eat polar bear liver.
If you don't have worms, you're not a real cowboy.
That's right.
That's pretty true. I mean, do we know that, though?
No,
Yeah,
you,
you guys.
We know that.
you don't know any of these rules.
Bears have round worms.
Archie can't read. He would never know that.
That's right.
But you're a hunter, so you should know a little bit.
He knows how to skin and butcher this animal.
Oh, perfect.
I know what meat make me feel not good in my tum-tums.
Right. Well, I'm still going to look, while they're scanning and stuff, I want to look at this guy's
Yeah.
dead body.
All right.
Yeah, I just immediately like turn around and go back in and look
Yeah.
too.
And then let's start up a barbecue because I have a little barbecue pit, it sounds
Yeah,
like.
they do have a little cook area. Yeah. So
Yeah, let's look at these bodies though.
yeah, finishing up your survey of the space. So yeah, we can go into that priest lying behind the pulpit. He is clad in brown overalls that have these triangle icons all over, and there's frills on the shoulder. He's been shot directly through the forehead.
Whoa.
Just once.
This is one fancy boy though.
Dios mío.
Does anybody here have a skill related to firearms or weapons or like military or anything like that?
I don't.
Nope.
I mean, I was a deputy. That's about it.
So would you argue that you have seen shot bodies frequently in your past?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
From bodies you've shot.
From bodies that I've shot. Yeah. In the name of the law.
Right.
Or because I didn't like them.
Same. So you can tell that he was shot from within the building by a long-barreled gun.
Whoa.
So close range from a long-barreled gun. Jeez.
That sounds like an execution.
So he doesn't have a face, basically.
Yeah, back of the head, gone.
Mm-hmm.
Looking around the chapel, though, you find, you have got these portraits of regal or distinguished-looking men and ladies. You've got those pamphlets. You've seen those. Aside from that, there's nobody else in here. Nothing else really. That's
one thing I
note.
want to try to figure out from my one attempt at grave robbing.
Yeah.
How old does this body seem?
You would guess that it's been killed within the week.
Oh, that's recent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I forgot that there is just behind the pulpit, off to the side. There's a door that leads to an iron wrought circular stairwell that goes up into the bell tower.
Gotcha.
Does anybody have any skills related to art in any way?
Just story weaving.
Funnily enough, can't read, but art, yeah.
I can spot loot in uncommon places. Is there any loot hidden behind the art?
The paintings themselves are well done. You know, if you find someone who's a collector of portraits, then they could be worth something.
I thought we were trying to lighten our load, though. No, only storytelling. So, that's the only sort of art I know, the oral word.
Specifically art?
It's just, I'm looking for adjacency. If you have something that sounds like you could convince me, give it a shot.
Well, I was a lookout, so I would notice things.
Yeah, like people in the distance with art.
Yeah. I could...
Oh, what about our sandologist? She seems smart.
None of this is made out of sand at all.
There's no glass.
What if we put it in a pile for you?
There's no glass. But I would say, okay, so look out. You're noticing things that are kind of odd or out of place, perhaps. So the railing on these iron wrought staircase, really well made with all these fine details, well smithed kind of architectural carvings into the railing bars, and there is a gear motif right through the part that just supports the handrail.
Are the gears could I actually interact with them, or are they just carved?
No, they seem welded in or hammered in by whoever smithed this.
Huh. But is it decorative, or does it look like it could actually be used somehow?
It's decorative, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'd feel a little funny stealing from a church.
I mean, is it stealing if
everyone's dead?
If there's nobody here anymore?
I mean, there's the big man upstairs. Looking down.
The triangle?
At the mention of the big man upstairs, I decide to go check upstairs, up the bell tower.
I'm sorry, there's another bear up there.
The big bear upstairs.
The big bear upstairs.
Yeah, I misspoke. I meant bear upstairs.
Yeah, you get up to the top, and the bell tower. You would expect that the bell would be connected to a counterweight and a pulley, and someone would pull on the rope. But it is actually connected to some sort of complex metal mechanism and some gear work, and you have no idea how this would work, but it looks like it rings itself.
There's something weird here. I showed down. I don't think this is a normal church, y'all.
Well, the weird triangle thing kind of gave that away.
Do the gears at the top look anything like the gears on the railings?
I mean, in that they're gears, yeah.
But the arrangement or something?
No.
Okay.
It looks like the railing was made to be decorative, and then this mechanism attached to the bell appears to be, this is something that would be functional.
Okay. Can we kickstart the mechanism?
Yeah, there's there cranks or anything for us to turn?
Do we really want to bring in more bears? Sound the dinner bells.
Yes, bells attract bears.
You could roll a wits to see if you could get it moving.
-1.
What did you roll, 2?
Yeah.
You have no idea. You cannot get it going. You try
I'll take a look.
pulling and twisting on things, and Mariposa shoves you aside.
I shove you aside with a 15.
Oh, wow.
You fall off the railing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You land on a bear. Mariposa, you find some finger holds. They're not truly finger holds, but somewhere where you can kind of get your fingers where you don't think they'll get pinched, and you begin to pull on one of the wheels, and it starts to kind of with a fair amount of resistance, it starts to clack its way through some sort of cycle, and you get it to do this one gear to do a full turn, and then the rest of the gears kind of just kick into gear, and they start whirring and clacking together, and the bell starts to twist, and it turns up and goes, and then inertia kind of takes its course, and everything slows down. Gears aren't able to, they're not being powered by anything, it seems like. So it just slows to a stop.
Okay. So something has to activate this thing.
Really convoluted way of ringing a bell. Well, I don't care. Let's go.
Well, you can go start the barbecue.
So you still have, you've got the cooking area you haven't really checked out. You've got the house still that you could explore more. And
yeah, there was a body in the house. Too.
Killdread was halfway through pulling some water up.
Okay.
Yeah, we like to fill up the water barrels
Yeah.
Okay.
sure,
Good idea.
Oh,
Top them
smart.
back up.
and like canteens and everything.
So Killdread, you're working on the water barrels. Who's starting to cook the top up?
I will.
Okay. And is
Archie.
anybody checking out the house again?
I will, because I went in there looking for whatever and distracted by a bear. So I'll go take another look.
You go back into the house, you poke around a little bit more, and you find that at the very back of the room, behind where the bear was, well, obviously you've got this dead body, but it looks like it's mostly chewed up and eaten. This bear has been feasting for probably the better part of a day. And you get back behind that and you see a broken in chest that is overturned. And there's various bits and bobs spilled out from it. And you see that there's like small gears, some of them like the size of your pinky nail.
More gears.
Bolts, springs, tubes, like made out of material you don't quite recognize. And beside the chest is a coiled up rope ladder and an oil lantern.
Hmm.
Does the ladder appear to be like attached to anything? Is it to go down to the basement or?
No, it looks like it's not attached to anything. It's just like coiled up, bundled up, ready to carry around.
Okay. I'm going to take it.
Okay.
And a lantern?
And a lantern, yeah. And we go back to Killdread, filling the bucket for the water barrel. And he's pulling on the rope on this pulley, and water is sloshing. And he like goes to take a pull on his cigarette, and the rope slips from his hand. And it just slides down. The bucket is falling back down into the well, and you hear, as it hits, a metallic clank.
Hmm.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks for listening to The House of Bob. You can help the podcast by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, by following us on your favorite social media platforms at The House of Bob, or by chatting with us on Discord. And most of all, you can help us by supporting us on Patreon. That's at patreon.com/thehouseofbob. All the links are in the show notes. This show is possible due to all of our patrons who get one-shots, commentary, and other cool stuff. Art for this campaign is by me, Shaun Makes. Audio production is by Astronomic Audio. And this great music you've been listening to is by Duke Albers, John Julius, and Mike Hammock. Thanks again for listening, and roll on.
Why you gotta make a mystery? You know we're too dumb to figure this out.
I mean, the mystery is go down the well and see what it is.
Check, check, check.
All right.
No, hang on. Sorry, that's the wrong one.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not Morkborg. So yeah, that's where we left off.
Am I supposed to remember this?
You don't remember anything?
It was
The
his
wisp of
epic
smoke?
cliffhanger. Yeah,
That was
smoke.
our epic cliffhanger.
Oh.
Something shiny. That would almost kill me.
Gets
Yeah,
an
that'd be-
artery.
That's literally half my life.
Shit.
That's 2/3 of my life. I got 3 hit points in this bad boy.
Oh, dang.
Am I the
I know.
strongest one?
I got
Probably.
5.
Most survivable.
Oh.
All right. Well, now I know about dual wielding. So I'll try to look less cool next time. Got it.
No, it is cool.
Bears, bales, Battlestar Galactica.
Now you're going to have a spot to put a shotgun arm. Probably.
Yeah, I was like, how do you fuck this up so bad?
He's going to be the first cyborg that ever existed.
More man, or more machine than man.
More gun than man.
As it hits, a metallic clank.
Full of a duke.
And then you hear drums. No. There's no goblins or balrogs, but you do hear a metallic clank